I don't even know where to start with my review of the 2024 edition of the Healthcare Internet Conference. There were just so many notable sessions, cool companies in the exhibit hall, interesting hallway conversations, and unique after-hours events. Hang on to your Stetsons and your cowboy boots because this is going to be a fun conference review.
Swaay.Health.
Hello and welcome to Swaay.Health. I'm Colin Hung here in Austin, Texas, where I have been attending the HCIC24 conference along with my colleague and fellow editor, Brittany Quimby. We have both got pages of notes from the conference and have truly enjoyed being here to connect with all the great attendees and sponsors. I'm going to start my review by highlighting some of the great educational sessions. Pam Landis, who is the Senior Vice President at Hackensack Meridian Health, presented alongside Deepak Goyal from PricewaterhouseCoopers. Pam made a very bold request from the audience. She asked us all to stop being marketers. According to Pam, there is no point in getting views, clicks, eyeballs, calls, or appointment requests if you don't have the capacity for those requests. And if those appointments are not in areas that generate revenue that is aligned with the organization's current goals. What Pam's message was is that marketing is not supposed to be independent of operations, finance, IT, or leadership. Marketing needs allies, and marketing leaders need to build partnerships within their own departments. It's up to us in marketing to build those bridges and really look at the work we are doing to ensure it is what the organization truly needs. Another bold presenter was Andrew Chang, Chief Marketing Officer at UChicago Medicine. He had two awesome quotes from his panel discussion. The first was, quote, "Be careful not to confuse a loyal patient with one who is a hostage. Just because someone keeps coming back doesn't mean they love your brand. They may simply not have any other choice because of their payer or plan, or because you have made it difficult for them to go to a different provider." I think Andy's statement is profound. There are very few other industries where returning visitors are there against their desires, but it is something that we must contend with in healthcare. Andy's other quote was, "People don't always believe what doctors tell them. They are more likely to believe what friends and family tell them, but they are most certainly going to believe what they tell themselves." End quote. That is a very deep statement for an early morning panel discussion, but it is one that reminds every marketer that we cannot change patient behavior through a single channel and certainly not through a one-time informational piece. Our beliefs as individuals come over time, and what I took away from Andy's quote is that marketers need to get out there early and frequently so when the time comes for a patient to take action, they are well informed with accurate, verified information. Side note, Matt Gove, who is the Chief Marketing Officer at QuickMD, was Andy's fellow panelist. Matt also had some incredible quotes, but if I actually use them on this video, I think YouTube might actually flag this video. So I hope to get Matt on a separate G-rated interview so that we can talk about some of the great things he spoke about on that same panel. The session on the importance of and how to get Google reviews by Emily Mangini and Nolan Perry, both from Swaay.Health, was excellent. They started by showing how patients search for care and how Google reviews is one of the top 3 factors they use to make a decision. They shared 4 eye-popping stats as part of their presentation. 73% of patients say a minimum of 4 stars is needed for them to consider any given physician. 77% want reviews that are less than a year old. 80% want to read 6 or more reviews. And the most intriguing, 93% of patients say that they will pay more to see a doctor with better online reviews. Carla Rivera and Sebastian Leon from Swaay.Health delivered a ton of practical tips and strategies in their presentation, AI and Social. My favorites were how they turn videos into blog posts with the help of transcription tools and AI, how they use AI to clear up blurry photos sent by staff from their phones, and using something called Veed.io to ensure that the person on camera is looking right at the screen and not on the script being held up for them. Now, while I was here at HCIC24, I caught up with several attendees and exhibitors to ask them what their thoughts were on the key themes and takeaways from the conference. Here are some of their comments.
Hi, I'm Lauren Miners, Director of Partnerships and Marketing for Reason One. And the topic that I'm hearing a lot of discussion around here at HCIC this year is kind of varied, but it all kind of comes back to what can we do with less? We see a lot of digital roadmaps that are including smaller projects, web projects to improve like specific pieces of healthcare websites that are able to drive ROI, because doing a big redesign every year is not possible, and teams are really strapped.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Pace. I'm with Banner Health out of Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm here at HCIC 2024 in Austin, Texas at the JW Marriott. One of the themes that I've been observing and having a lot of conversations about this year that's a little different than last year is really a lot of organizations are sort of looking at what has been built, what processes are in place, and how they might re-optimize and reconfigure for success in the future. We've got a ton of technology that's available now that makes a lot of the workflows easier, but I think what we're seeing is that our teams weren't necessarily built to align to what the technology can deliver. So that's one of the things at Banner we're looking at is really reimagining the possible by leveraging the people, process, and technology to get it done.
Hi, I'm Lila Wagoner. I'm the Chief Dot Connector at Strategy for Hire. And this year at HCIC, I'm really hearing a lot of conversation about how to take the focus that's been so intense over the last few years on very kind of narrow focus on performance marketing, for example, or on really looking at specific areas where we can put our energy, where we can accomplish things, where we can measure them, and taking a little bit of a step back and looking at a more integrated view. I'm hearing the phrase, which I love, connect the dots a lot. And it's really taking the various areas that we've been focused on. We've been dealing with a lot of coming back from COVID, coming out of COVID. Even though COVID still exists, it's not the crisis that it was. And so people, I think, are having an opportunity now with finances getting a little bit better, to really not be in emergency mode, not be in crisis mode, but take a little bit of a bigger view and really think about strategically, where do they want to go? How do the efforts that they've been investing in now connect across the organization to really align with bigger picture strategic goals?
Hey, my name is Adrienne Woods. I'm the Director of Digital Engagement at Hackensack Meridian Health in New Jersey. And I think one of the things I found most interesting in this conference, even more so than I've heard before, is during the networking time, especially the idea of the kind of joining forces for our hospital and healthcare with our vendors. So for example, like vendors and vendors working together to make the hospital better or help them achieve a goal. That's something that we're working on at Hackensack, is just utilizing our partners. Like you're all our current partners. So what can you all do together to help us achieve our goal, and then we all win? So that's something that I've heard not only in the sessions, in fact, the panel discussion just now, but just during the networking time too.
Hi, I'm Laura Lee Jones with Lionshare, And I'm going to talk about the topic du jour here at HCIC24 in Austin, Texas. And for us at Lionshare, it's longevity. 30 years of being in this industry and being authentic, leading with your heart, and doing what you say you're going to do.
Hey, I'm Ashley Boyd, Senior Director of Digital Marketing.
I'm Nikki, Director of Growth Solutions.
And we are here from Unlock. It's been a great conference so far. One of the topics that we're super jazzed about is digital strategy. There was a great panel discussion today with our very own Brandon Edwards. I think we're hearing a lot of people asking, how do I solve my digital challenges? How do I solve patient acquisition? How do I build an incredible digital experience that keeps people coming back, attracting the right patients?
Yeah, absolutely. And with the new innovations of AI and data compliance with HIPAA and everything going on, it's a really, really hot topic.
Hi, it's Martha Van Berkel. I'm the CEO at Schema App. What I'm hearing and talking a lot about here at HCIC 2024 is around AI search, about how all these different chatbots are just exploding, right? Whether that be ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, all the different names, and how marketers are thinking about controlling how their websites, their content, their brand is understood, and how schema markup really plays a role in that, and kind of how you can take control of how you're being understood. So it doesn't have to happen to us. We can really kind of guide it and steer it with data.
Now, there were 3 after-hours events that I want to highlight. I normally don't do this, but these were very special. First was an incredibly creative Failabration that was organized by Lauren Miners, Director of Partnerships and Marketing at Reason One. The event was sponsored both by Reason One and by Kentico. 6 people got onto a stage at a local comedy club to publicly share their failures. And who were these people? Rob Klein from Klein & Partners, Pamela Landis from Hackensack Meridian Health, Gene Hitchcock from Aloysius Butler & Clark, Andy Lyons from Roper St. Francis Healthcare, Chris Boyer, podcaster and host from Touchpoint Media, and me. It was an incredible event. The audience laughed, they gasped, they cried at all the stories of failure that we shared. I had so many people come up to me afterwards and tell me how much they could identify with my failure of sticking with a pet project for far too long. And if you're curious about what I presented, check out the article I wrote about my failure in the link below. Thank you to Lauren for inviting me to be part of this event and for organizing it. It was just phenomenal. And it looks like you'll have to make it an annual thing. AHA Media Group also had a great after-hours event. They took a small group of us over to a house where we learned how to prepare barbecue chicken, coleslaw, potato salad, and a specialty drink. It was a lot of fun to make dinner together as a group, all under the watchful eye of a seasoned chef and mixologist. See what I did there? Hero Digital also had a fun evening event that featured local Tex-Mex cuisine. Brittany Quimby totally enjoyed that event. And thank you to everyone who showed up at the Swaay.Health casual meetup. It was so great to hang out and chill with friends just in the lobby bar here at the conference. Now, the exhibit hall here at HCIC24, just over there, was filled with interesting companies, and it was crowded every time Brittany and I were in there. Seeing those crowds were really great, and I'm sure the exhibitors were also very happy with those crowds. Everyone had small booths here at HCIC, nothing bigger than a 10 by 20, and you didn't need anything bigger. There were several notable giveaways from the exhibit hall. Invoca had a very cool game box, which had a bunch of retro games on it. Very cool. I'm sure Chris Boyer and myself will really enjoy that. Fathom gave away a very practical caffeinated drink at their booth. Canopy Studios had a draw for a fantastic Lego treehouse with thousands of pieces. WG Content gave away a colorful pickleball set, very popular game. But the most impressive giveaway was the YSL purse from Wax. I'm sure someone is going to be very happy to win that one. There were two interesting trends from the exhibit hall. The first was Plinko. There were 3 different companies that had Plinko games here at their booths. Canopy Studios used a traditional Plinko board to enter for their draw of that Lego treehouse. ZivTech also had Plinko for prizes at their booth. You could win a great mug. And Photo Shelter had a golf variation of Plinko that you could use to get a prize from them. The other trend was using the conference as an opportunity to gather information for a survey. Both MDRG and WAX asked people to fill out a survey in order to be entered for a chance to win their prize. The data that they are collecting will be part of a future study that they plan to release. And even though the sample size may be a little small, it was a great way to get a pulse on the attendees, and I'm sure it will be a popular download. So, what are my key takeaways from HCIC24? Well, first, the lessons that we learn from failures are long-lasting. Now, that doesn't mean you should fail on purpose, but let's be honest, failures stick with us, and so too do the lessons that we learn from revisiting those failures in our minds. That was true for all the Failibration presenters, but it was also true for many of the presenters here at HCIC who spoke about trying something, seeing it fail, and then iterating until they found something successful. My second takeaway is the use of AI for practical things in healthcare marketing. That was a topic of hallway discussion and many presentations. No one here is using AI to create an entire marketing campaign. Instead, everyone has deployed AI to enhance little parts of the work that they produce. Some, like Carla Rivera over at Broward, are using it to turn unusable film or photos into something that can actually be posted on social media. Some others are using AI to generate outlines for future blog posts or to generate ideas for video topics. Many are using AI to clean up and simplify content that they have already written. My third takeaway is how much joy there is amongst healthcare marketers. And I don't just mean Jenny Bristow from Hetty and Hop. Despite smaller budgets and an uncertain economy, and the policy changes that are bound to be coming from the new administration in Washington, everyone here at HCIC24 was very happy to be working in healthcare marketing. Everyone talked about the opportunities ahead, not the fear of the uncertain. And everyone was super excited for what 2025 will bring. It was very cool to see all of that. I want to end this review by saying a huge thank you to Kathy Divis and the team at Greystone for putting on such a great event. They generously gave us a media pass to be here, and both Brittany and I enjoyed every minute. This has been Colin Hung here in Austin, Texas for HCIC24. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you on the next video.